welcome to H. Cooper Crafty Bug. I'm Hyla, and I'm doing another pop-up live. It's Friday at 8:30. You guys know it's late for me. I'm almost certain Connie will not be here because tonight is Matthew's graduation. I just happened to look at the date, and I was like, it's Friday. So congratulations, Matthew. Happy graduation. Yeah, so she probably won't be on. And it's probably graduation for a lot of people. So I don't know how many we'll get. I do have a mom order, and I was thinking about starting it because I have spoken with her, and I think I know what she wants. We've been going back and forth, and she ordered early, so I want to make sure that 100% what she wants before I go starting it. And speaking of, I need to change this. Nope. So she did some add-ons. Hey, Miss Kay. Hey, Jason. How are you? Let's see. So she decided on some bling, but not like crazy bling. And then 2 custom cutouts, which I've already designed. And it's a mini. It's a grandma mom. I know I talked about this on the last one. Get that over there. Make sure nobody can see their personal information. I was trying to see a day next week if I could do like a members only live. It already looks like Tuesday and Friday are out. And then Monday's a holiday, so it may not happen next week. So I messaged TJ too, so I'm not sure what she's got going on. Friday nights are iffy for lives, but we'll see. But yeah, I do need to get started on that, and it is a 4-inch. And I print out not only their order form, but now I can't remember what it's called. There's 2 different forms. So one goes with them, with their mom, when I ship their mom. And then one is for me, and I write all my notes on that. And when I weigh the box and stuff, I write all that information there. Hey, Lucy, Kit Kat. I told my daughter I was doing a live, and she needed to watch the dogs, so you can see she's doing a good job. So during homecoming, it's really good to write all these notes to not get confused or forget anything. This time of year, I've got this one mom, so I shouldn't forget what I'm working on. But still, I like to put notes, and then I keep all these forms for like myself. So with a 4-inch, I definitely use a 4-inch backer and a 4-inch flower. Hey, Alice and Sylvia, how are you guys? Oh, and I forgot that I now have iridescent flowers. See, I've already forgotten what I got this year. And since it's a grandma mom and she wants some extra bling, an iridescent flower would be a good choice. And add a little extra sparkle. But I'm also afraid that I'm going to end up covering it up with a custom cutout. So I don't know if it's a smart idea or not. How pretty that is. I may just get one of each out. I don't have a whole lot of 4-inch, just plain white flowers. That looks like 3-inch. I can't see it anywhere. 8-layer 3-inch. I also got silver and gold, but are these 3-inch too? I can't tell you guys. I know there's 4-inch in here, and there is. I've got navy, pink, and a baby blue one, and the zebra ones. Those are 3-inch. 3-inch I use more on the ring mums, and then also sometimes on wrist mums too. I mean, wrist mums I go anywhere from 3 to 5 inches. The rest of those look like 5-inch flowers. I may maybe having to order some 4-inch flowers in my future, because that is 7 plus 19 flowers. I usually do a lot of 4-inch and 5-inch minis and peewees. But it's not uncommon for me to have to order partway through the season too, because I don't know how many I'm going to get, and if I start getting low, then I can order some more. That's usually not something that's hard to come by. So Miss K said hello. Just Jason Keto said hello. Alice says hello. And Sylvia. Here are mostly backers. This sucker is heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. So there's one that's 4 inches. And I have different size ones. These are all ribbon spool ends. If you don't watch me regularly, then you wouldn't know. So there's slight difference in them. There you go. So I try to find some that are the same size. There's Kit Kat's going to be our mascot, I think. I think Lucy is done. Lucy, are you done? Okay, there's 3 that are the same size. And you see this one looks really nice. So I'll try to save this one for the bottom one. That one looks nice too. Hey, Amethyst. You've been here on your main channel. Yeah, I keep forgetting to save that Facebook link. I did, like, I still saved your text, so I still have it. Let's see. It's like a feather or something floating around, driving me crazy. Oh, thank you. Okay, so let me copy that. If you don't know, Amethyst started a Mummily Facebook group. Unfortunately, I'm not on Facebook, so I'm not on there. Now I'm like, where do I go? And I keep meaning to save this thing so I can just put it in the description or something, and I keep forgetting. Okay, let me find my live. Here it is. Okay. There it is. All right, so this bag is just ribbon spool ends. And they're anywhere from like 3, I would say 3 to 5 inches. Let's see, there's some that are small. That's actually about 2.75. So, and that's probably the smallest I have in there. of ribbon spool ends. I do make some backers that are 2 inches for the ring mums. I feel like it's 8:30 at night. I can't think clearly. But I did purchase a whole bunch of 5-inch, and then I also have 6-inch. I didn't realize that was open and upside down. I think that goes 6-inch and 5-inch. Doesn't look a whole lot different here, but it is. I also have another bag of 5-inch, the bought ones, the store-bought ones. So I bought more this year, and this is what I had left over from last year. Hooey, I'll just get it out. So that's the difference. That's how many I used at the ones I bought, but I went ahead and bought some more. I do have some ribbon spool ends that would work, or some that I had made that'll work, but it is time consuming, and I am getting busier and busier, and it is becoming more of a hassle to make my own. But that option is out there for you. Hey, Amanda, how are you? She may not be able to hear me yet. Amanda is one of my new members, and she's also a moderator. Okay, so the colors on this are a dark green, like forest green, hunter green, and gray. And then, of course, a little white, maybe some black. So silver will be with the hunter green. You know, usually when you see hunter green, it's with gold. So I'm excited. I love to do something that's even a little bit different. Luckily, I have gray, I was going to say acetate, but it's luster. It is called pewter. So it's not really gray, but pewter, which is a color of gray. So it's the 7/8 luster. And I got this, I don't remember what year. I know I had it last year. But somebody needed gray. It was like a gray accent with their colors. And I don't remember what the colors were. So I'm so glad I already have this. I haven't decided on what braid I want to do. Like I said, I'm doing 2 custom cutouts. So one on the flower, and I'm thinking one on the braid. So she really liked one of the loop chains I made. But I'm thinking that with another custom cutout, I'll probably need to glue that to the braid, since there's one braid in the center. And then we're doing stickers on the side. And so we'll do his name. And then Grandma Susan, because it's like a mom, but she raised him. So Grandma Susan, his name and number, jersey number. So, and then probably like wolves. He's a senior. It's just, you know, for senior homecoming. So maybe senior something. I don't know. It's going to have a lot of stickers. So I'm going to need those ribbons for stickers. And I still haven't worked that out either, because I have, like, vinyl wise and ribbon wise. So I have, wrong drawer. Of course, I have the dark green, and I have it in all sizes. So that's great. And here's the gray. See how pretty that is? But since it's blinged, now I get to add like diamond dust, which I'm happy about. Of course, I've got what Connie sent me too, so I'm happy about that. Oh, I have a gray acetate, but it doesn't match. I think we got this at maybe Walmart or something. It's only 9 feet of acetate, but it does not match up. It's much lighter. It's a very light gray. I like this better. Now, this is going to be No, that'll match with that. That's fine. So like I said, I haven't worked out in my mind exactly how I'm going to do everything, because I may just do this color on the ribbon streamers, and then I can do the stickers in like silver shimmer and maybe some in metallic. It's not really metallic though. It's like, let me find it. So I have this silver. It's kind of a matte metallic. It's permanent silver. I've had this forever. It's dwindling down too. So that matches pretty well. It's a little bit lighter, but it's still pretty close. Let's see. Pewter is definitely gray. I will always tell people. Yes, there you go. And you know what? I love pewter picture frames. That's totally off topic, but I've always loved a pewter picture frame, and then wooden picture frames. I like to mix them up. I have never been asked to make a mum sash except for on a video. I've had people ask me to make them for a video, but I have never had a customer ask for a sash. So I did put it as an option this last season, but it's kind of one of those things when you're selling on like Etsy or something, you really need pictures of them. So I know like somebody would say, hey, you know, if you did a picture of one, so I may do like a simple sash, you know, just like a ribbon that's got vinyl on it, or maybe a loop chain sash. And then, you know, you just pin the mum to it. But Connie has done sashes, and I'm pretty sure she's shown some on the on videos like last season. There you go. Yeah. That's true. Hey, Amanda, welcome. So the thing is, when I do vinyl, I want the vinyl to pop. I don't like it to be like dark on dark or something like that. And a lot of times I'll double up the vinyl to make it even pop even more. Do layered vinyl. So I can do that, but most likely it would be like white on gray, or see, that wouldn't pop very much. I don't know. I guess I could do white vinyl and then black on top. There is no, I don't have any deep green vinyl, so that's not an option. This is an option. White is an option. Silver glitter on top of it. And the silver glitter vinyl is pretty close to that color, so it's going to pop. But I would really like to do like their names in silver glitter and his number, and so they really pop, and then do the other stuff like the Santa Fe wolves, if I can fit all that on there. At least wolves is definitely something I'm pretty sure she wants on there, and maybe homecoming 2023 senior, if I can get that. I'll put senior stuff on it. I'm going to just try to fill it up as much as possible. And something I need to remember is she does not want bells. Of course, she could always cut them off if I did forget, but I'd rather not put them on there. I know. Thank you for doing that. I know. Can you believe he's right? I hope she's not bawling her eyes out. So like I said, I have that green in all colors. I've got some of my acetate and lusters in here. And I did have dowel rods ran through there, so you could, it seemed to make it easier to pull on those. You can still pull on them. But then when I needed to take one out, I had to pull that whole thing out. It was kind of a pain. So what I have in here, if you're curious, is like the golden yellow, the dark yellow. I'll tell you for sure what the colors are. Instead of just making up my own names, I'll tell you what they are. golden yellow. Look at me go. And this is an acetate. So sometimes lusters or acetates are not available in all the same colors. So in some supply stores only have acetate or only have luster or don't have both or whatever. And then some of this gets confusing because I have First Red, which was what I was using for crimson or any of the dark red colors. And then Cinnabar is what I switched to because I could no longer get the First Red. And they are pretty much identical. This one is, that's the First Red too. So I had to get the 1.3 inch in the Cinnabar. So I don't know if you can see those, but they are almost identical. I was just like chancing it by ordering the Cinnabar. I had no idea. And then I have Old Gold, which I have trouble finding now. And I'm really low on the, what is this, 9/16? Yeah. So this is acetate's Old Gold. I have it in the 7/8. It's getting low too. There is another gold color. I'm just afraid it's not going to match at all. And like I have a brand new roll of 1.3 inch. It looks really yellow on screen, but it's really a golden color, not yellow. And then we have Burgundy, which is really close to the Cinnabar and First Red, but it is different. This Burgundy. So I have it in the 9/16, the 7/8. This one is luster, and it is a little bit different color. The Burgundy acetate and the Burgundy luster are slightly different. Can't really tell on camera, but they are. The luster is a little bit darker, but I used them both on a mum, and you couldn't even tell like once it's made. So I have the 1.3 inch, and then I have 2 inch. 2 inch usually is really, really expensive. It's usually more expensive than the 2.5. Don't ask me why. But this one I had gotten several years ago on sale, a really good price, so I bought it. So that's why I have it. That's the only color I have a 2 inch. Okay, and then I have the Hunter Green, which I'm using for florist. And I think those are all acetates. And then I have Navy, which is acetate too. I also have Navy in a floral ribbon. So let me put those back to back and show you. Very similar. Just more of a texture thing. Floral ribbons are going to be a little bit cheaper. They're not as thick, but they crease and everything like an acetate or a luster. The only thing is, you know, if you buy a flora in one color and one size, hoping it'll match your acetate or luster in another brand, it probably won't. That's more of the Old Gold. And then the Columbia Blue I have in 9/16, 7/8, and 1.3 inch. Oh my. It's like something is missing there, and it's my Navy 9/16 is over there. So I have Hunter Green, 9/16, 7/8, and 1.3 inch. And then I have it in the 2.5 inch. So I am good on the green. It seemed like once I bought some dark green, I got all kinds of orders for dark green. Let's see. She's doing that. Yeah, no bells. Can you believe that? And you know me, I'll end up putting some bells on it and cursing myself and having to cut them off. So, little 4-inch backer. It should be 4 inches. That's what I said. I usually like to have a little basket or something. And of course, all my baskets are full, except for those over there, but I'm scared I'll knock stuff over. But I like to get a little basket and start putting their stuff in it, like say their flour, the other backers, any trinkets or anything that I find, and then just have them in that basket while I'm working on the mum, and then I already have them out. I don't do that all the time, but that's one thing, one little tip. And I do have some empty baskets over there, but it's behind the camera and I don't want to knock over the camera again tonight. So I'll use this one for my backer. And I should have left out one of those smaller ones. I forgot. Okay, so I'm rusty. You guys know I'm rusty, right? It's been a while. This is a smaller backer. Really not as small as I'd like it to be. It helps. Putting a smaller circle in there helps guide me on how far in and how far out I'm putting each loop, or not just the loops, but the spikes. I feel like I'm flustering with every single word. I still have not used these and I don't know how to use them. We'll leave with those later. So let me think about, I'm not sure how I want to do this. I've been thinking about the 2.5, but it might be too big. No. Okay. So you can cut these at 6 inches. 6 inches is basic for loops. But when you're doing a small backer like this and you do a 6-inch loop, it's going to be pretty big. And you're probably going to waste a lot of ribbon. So this is what 6 inches would look like. Here's, depending on how far you want that sucker to come off there. And if you ended up attaching it really close to the center, you would be wasting a whole lot of ribbon. So a lot of times if I'm doing a 5-inch backer, I'll do 5-inch length for the loops, and same for 4-inch. Let's see how big that 4-inch will be. Now with the wide ribbons, you got to be careful because it could not be long enough since it's a really wide ribbon, but I think that's going to be good. If I put that like that, because I'm not wanting it way off the backer. I'm not wanting a huge backer. This is supposed to be a little mini mum, grandma mum, mom mum. So I'm not wanting anything huge. And I really like to do these in 3s. You know, sometimes I do 4s and 4s, but sometimes 3s and 3s. Just depends on my mood. So I'm going to start with 3. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do, see, that's not very wide, because I'm going to have to do something in between those big ones. Do I want to do this in between the big ones? I can do both. I want some of this pewter on the backer too, so I'm trying to decide how I want to do that. Hey Jamie, how are you? Well, I'm glad you got a notification. You know how those are. I could really stack those up. Do that with the pewter and look at that. Made real well. I'm kind of liking that. And of course, you don't have to center them all like this. I remember where my camera is. You can, I came up with this a few years ago, like angled and then going like this. I love that. It just makes it a little different. It's not a huge difference, but it just gives it a little something different. Then you can also put it off to one side instead of centering it. So it's like this. Just little differences will make each one of your mums look unique and different. So you don't have to do them all exactly the same. You can still do all these layered ribbons, but you can attach them to the loop just slightly different and give each one of them a unique look. Hold on, I gotta fix that one. It gives it a fun look on the mum. Good to hear. Ugh, that's so aggravating. Yeah, it's funny though. I usually get the notification, but I haven't. Okay. Again, I'm doing these in 3s. And depending on how far off the backer I go will depend on how many layers I need. So we're doing 2 custom cutouts, an SF for the school for Santa Fe, and then we're also doing a wolf mascot. And I think she wants the SF, but you know, once you get them cut out and look at them, sometimes something might look better or different. So if we're definitely going with the SF, then the iridescent would look good because you'll be able to see the iridescent. But if we're going with the wolf's head, I'll just go with the plain one because you won't be able to see the flower anyway. Hey, Annabella, how are you? Is it morning there? I bet it's morning there. Forgetting I don't have a camera like angled down on me. Just want to make sure these are all straight. The loop is straight, matches up on each side. That's my second one. Okay, so again, let's go over the sizes. 2.5 inch or number 40. 1.3 inch, also known as 1 5/16 inch, also known as number 9. Then we have the 7/8 inch, which is also number 5, I believe, right? Yeah, number 5. And then the 9/16, which is going to be number 3. Is that right? Yeah, number 3. So you see like number 3 ribbon or number 40 ribbon. The smaller the number, the smaller the ribbon. took me forever to learn those. I don't know why it was so hard for me, but it was. Let's see. Oh. Oh, good. I'm glad. Oh, it's midday. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yummy. Yes, I don't want to go straight. All right, sometimes you just got to start over. I am getting so hot in here. I have the ceiling fan on high and everything. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3 of these. Don't be saying mum over here. Mum means something completely different to us. A mum is what I'm making. I hope you find it, though. That would be fun. That's something I've never done. Okay, so how I'm going to do these is, like I said, in threes. And I'll just try to make like a triangle in the center. When you match up the ribbons, you should have a triangle. And so that's what I'm going for. And you should have about the same space in the middle. So then I'll make another set of loops for that. And let's see what we're working with here. Like I said, I don't want it very big. So that size right there is looking pretty stinking good. And you can even carefully mark the inside if you want. So you can see my triangle in the center. So I know where to attach my ribbons. So I can go. This is not easy to do without looking at it, but something like that, where I know I'm going to go about to that line that I drew. And that's about how far I'm off the backer. So I'm not going very far off the backer. And then I also want to make sure that I'm even on each side. So drawing those lines kind of helps with that too. So let's put one staple in and see how that looks. Yeah, that's what I'm making. This is a mum. I wish I had a finished one. I think I do. Hold on. I think I have one right here somewhere. This is a mum for homecoming, but we make them for baby showers, bridal showers, birthdays, any kind of holiday. And it's called a mum because of the flower. She's Amanda. Keto sprinkles. That sounds cute. Yeah, I like the flower. All right. I made some sugar-free, I went blank, cheesecake, like no baked cheesecake. I was just kind of experimenting. We have a family reunion coming up. It doesn't look like I'm off the backer as much on this one as I am on that one. So that's something you got to pay attention to as well. So anyway, we have a family reunion coming up, and there are some diabetics there. So I would like to make one or two things that are sugar-free or keto. I don't necessarily have to have a dessert, but there's always a bunch of desserts there. So it'd be nice to have some that are decent tasting, you know? Okay. Let me hold this one in place too and see. I think that's pretty even. I'm just doing one staple for now in case I have to move one. Then it won't be such a big deal. I'm not anal about a lot of things or OCD, but my mum heads, I am. My loops and stuff, unless I'm doing one where it's just all random stuff, then I don't care. But like the distance that they're coming off and the distance between them, I want them to be as perfect as possible. And I'm nowhere near the line I drew. Let's see. That's right. You guys are both Amandas. But I know you as Annabella, so I don't think about that. I don't remember that. Okay, I'll have to look. Yes, and actually at my school in Northwest Arkansas, a few people did do like the real mums, and it would just have a few ribbons, but it was like more like a corsage. And I got one in junior high once, but nothing like that. And I think it had like the year on it or something. So it's nothing like what we make here. I'm all about easy. So if it takes a long time, I'm not going to do it. You don't have homecoming queens there? Yeah, I bet it does. It's a little bit, see, I got them off a little bit further than I wanted to. Now the next ones, I will put in a little bit more. Okay. All right. These have been setting for several months. And this, you can't see it, but it is super dusty and it's a little bit messed up. You could dust them off, but a lot of times I just cut because it's just not as nice looking, I guess would be the word. Okay, so I need to turn these around. They're in there the wrong way for me to do this. So what I'm thinking for this is to double these up. This is the 1.3 or 1 5/16. So the diamond dust and the acetate or luster back to back. So the green on the inside and the diamond dust on the outside. You could do it either way because you're still going to see the diamond dust from the side. But I have a lot of green going on. So I want to have more silver going on. And then I will staple that in the center. like so. I'm going to go ahead and staple. I'm going to go ahead and make 3 and staple. I may put something behind them. So let me go ahead and make those and see if I like it. I may do some ribbon spikes behind it. If you're wondering, the end fell off of there. So that's why it's like that. Let's see. Thank you. Maybe you did. Make a keto lemon cake with sugar-free lemon drizzle or sugar-free lemon bars. You can also make peach thin crust pizza with cream cheese. Those sound good, girl. Are they easy? The lemon cake sounds really easy. I'm not big on like almond flour and coconut flour. I do have, that reminds me though, like right before my birthday, me and Lily went to, we were in Shreveport and we went to Whole Foods, which their Whole Foods is really small, but it does have some options we don't have here. I was really looking for some egg life wraps and they did not have any, which was disappointing. But I got a chocolate cake mix, a keto chocolate cake mix. And I was looking at the ingredients and I'm like, okay, the ingredients are good, but I didn't look at the nutritional and it had really high carbs. And I was like, okay, so I'm not going to make that for my birthday. But I was thinking, well, maybe I'll just save it and take it to the reunion because like I said, there's a lot of diabetics, but I guarantee you they are not living the keto lifestyle, low carb. I want to say it was like 25 carbs a serving or something. It was crazy. Okay, I don't want to staple those yet. You guys, I wish... Oh, let me take that off. Let's see. I didn't even read yours. I put it up there after me understands cutting off the crust. Throwing it away. That mom and me wants to say, just wipe it off. Yes! That must be it. That's funny. Yes, but... Oh, yeah, I'm too critical on my stuff, too. Yes, I love to make, like, I've got all these, like, rubber stamps and stuff. I mean, I'm not huge into it, but I usually do for, like, the moms for Mother's Day, which I did not this year. And I was planning on doing something on my Joy. I still have not set up my Joy, you guys. And, but yeah, like, sometimes birthdays and stuff, I like to send out special cards. I just have not been doing as well on that. And I have used the Cricut a little bit to make some cards, but I just run out of time. But I do like to make my own cards. It does sound yummy, doesn't it? Well, lemon sounds really good for like summer too, because it's really hot here and everybody's in and outside. They're doing stuff outside, so. But you're doing what works for you, and that's what matters. Okay. Wish you guys could see this a little bit better. And tilt it up without losing those. Maybe I can kind of hold them in place. I mean, it looks pretty like that, but... And I might do some deco mesh swirls or something. What do you guys think? I'm kind of wondering if I should do some spikes behind it. Now, since my loops are 4 inches, I do the spikes at 2 inches, half the size, because once you make the loop is going to be half the size. And then I'm going to cut a V shape on the end. But I'm thinking 2 of them, because if I put this in front of it, I mean, you could see it behind it, but I'm kind of wanting it off to the sides of it. Let's see. Yeah, you could. I've been wanting. I just wanting to try those egg life wraps for some reason. Oh, how did I miss you? There you go. Me too. Oh yes, that would be awesome. We don't have a lot of places to put like refrigerated or frozen stuff. They do have a refrigerator in there, but it seems like it's always like full of stuff. Pretty much what you bring, you set out, and it's got to stay out all day. So you have to be careful about what you're bringing. Okay, so that's what, maybe. Okay, that with a loop in the middle of them, kind of like that. Sorry, my fingers are in the way. See, it just kind of fills it out a little bit more. So I need to cut 6 of those, 4 more, but 6 total. Again, at 2 inches long. Always got to remember to tell people what I'm cutting things at, how long, the width, everything. I'll still get asked, but not everyone will. Some people will watch and listen to what I say. Let's see. No, yet. Yeah. I'll probably do that, I'm sure. I want you to be able to see them a little bit. And I do like with my second layer, and I'm considering the smaller loops my second layer, to be in just a little bit more, in more to the center. It just gives it a different dimension. I mean, sometimes I'll attach them where they're all even all the way around. But then sometimes, on each layer, like this is one layer, I would consider this one layer. And then the smaller ones would be another layer. And if I attached another loop, it would be another layer. But I like to go in just slightly each time, just a little bit lower. I just like the looks of that. But again, I don't do that every time. I like to change it up. I don't want them to look the same. That's just me. You can make your mums however you want. I never want anybody to think that because I like to do mine a certain way that I think that everybody needs to do it that way. That is not the case. You do what you like, how you like them. What's other, if you're selling, then apparently other people like them too. So just stick with your style, find your style, and just do that. Don't worry about what other people do. Use us for inspiration and for learning, but find your own style and know that it is good enough and perfect in its own imperfection, and that people will love it. How about that? Let's see. We're going to have to get you to make one. We'll have to send you like a kit or something. Because you're going to be an expert before this is over. Now, this is what I hate. I hate when you've already attached so much stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt. You see that spike there? I'm going to tilt that up and then go over that loop. And then, so no creasing or messing up. So what I did was I tilted that up and I went right there with the stapler. I feel like those spikes are longer. That happens too. Like you cut a pair and then you cut another pair and another pair, and they just keep getting, every time you cut one or a pair, it just gets, they get longer and longer. I may have to trim those. Okay, again, I'm tilting that up, but then going over the loop. So nothing's messed up. Hey, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you, Amethyst. Yes, that's something I love about these ribbon spools, because you can just stick right in there and go like that. They have the bigger hole. Especially on the big mums. Gives you much more. See what she's talking about? You just go like this. But if you don't have that center hole, tilt that up, go over like that. See how that is? I went like that. See, I feel like those spikes are just a little bit longer than the other ones. Yes. I know it was with like that Watamum. Oh my gosh. It's the only problem with the store-bought ones that I bought. I'm like, I can't go through the middle. I guess you can make a bigger hole. And that's what I love about Connie's tip on the one where you attach the braids and stuff. Not on this backer, but the middle backer where the streamers and the braids are going to be. Cut that in half, and then you can go over. You can take your stapler like this and go across. You don't have to come in. Of course, with this little backer, it's not a big deal. But when you're talking about a big backer, I try to imagine going like this with a huge backer. So if you cut it in half, go down like that. That is all thanks to Connie at the Southern Cottage. That's why this community is so great. We can just learn from each other. We all have unique ideas and tips. Share them with each other and make our lives so much easier. Yes. Yes, save these spools, especially for the smaller mums. They just saves you money. And I like them better because they're thicker. So you start adding a lot of stuff on there and they hold up so much better. Because the ones you buy, they're really flimsy. It drives me crazy. So yeah, not only are you getting the ribbons, but then you get this off there. So you're using more of the materials. I really want to trim those down, but I don't want to, I'm scared I'm going to mess them up. Y'all ever done that? Trim something and then it's like, then you just keep having to trim it. Oh, that's not going to be easy. You know what? I think I'm going to leave it alone. I don't think you can really tell. Let's see what she looks like with that. Cover up my face. See, when you do them in threes, see how different that looks. Let's see. It's good. Thank you, Alice. There you go. If I remember that. So I will either put some tinsel, because still it's a little, like it still needs a little something. So if you wanted to do more loops, smaller loops on top, you could do another layer. And then, you know, make sure they go in more so you can still see these. But what I'll probably do is some tinsel, because that always adds a little bling around there. And then maybe some tubing. Of course, I don't have any hunter green tubing. I don't even know if they make that. But I think I have some hunter green chenille stems. Okay, so main channel. Oh goodness, girl, you better go eat. Oh, I was like, who's Mike? Well, thanks for watching. You better eat, though. Here's some of my chenille stems. See, I've got some hunter green ones. I always forget that I'm not on the laptop camera, that I got my camera back here. So let's see how those look. These are the fuzzy ones, not the metallic ones. And I'm just going to run that through the deco mesh. I had a pair of old scissors somewhere. There they are. Okay, I'm going to pull that tubing so it goes out further than the chenille stem. See what happens to me when it gets late. There, now I've got the hunter green, but I've got the silver with it. So I could do some hearts or some swirls. Let me think. What do I want to do? I need my needle nose pliers. Like I said, I overlapped it a little bit, so now I'm just gonna take that down and keep wrapping. I know I've shown this a whole bunch of times, but you never know if somebody new's watching. Something like that. A lot of times I staple and glue these on. I don't have my hot glue gun going. And then I'm going to staple. I'll show you guys. I stapled right there too. So I stapled the end and then I stapled right there so that doesn't move. I usually don't do that, but these can get yanked and caught on stuff. And what I'll probably do, what I usually do is I usually glue a rhinestone right in the center. So you won't have to worry about any fraying on the end, any of that showing if you glue a rhinestone in there. I love that green. I think it looks so good. I just folded up the end on that one and stapled it all together right there. And I'll do one more right here. Four-inch flour and 4-inch backer. Again, I'm not going to worry about the center of those being a little frayed because I'm going to glue a rhinestone. And I don't know that I'm going to do any tinsel now. I like it just like that. And I'm calling that backer done. So when I glue that on, I will glue, the flowers will get glued down some too. So, because you can't, if you went like this, you'd be able to see some of the staples. So you want to glue some of those petals down. Oh, thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. That was a really good interview you did. I'm sorry I missed it. I was thinking you were going to be on at like 4:15, so I opened up my laptop. I was like, where's Bob? But it was really good. I played it while I was in here doing stuff. Making a light snack, 3 pound burgers. Thanks, Michelle. I think she'll love it. Like I said, I'll add those little rhinestones because she wants bling, but not like gaudy or anything. And then I may even put some little rhinestones on each of these spikes, like right under the center cut, or you could do some little ones on each of the points. It'll just depend on what sizes I've got going. I love it. I'm still, like I said, I'm still deciding on the braid because I'm thinking that one of those cutouts will look better on a braid, glued on a braid. But, you know, I could glue them on, because if I do glue it on like a ribbon, then it kind of might mess up the ribbons. And I'm not sure if it would look good on a loop chain or not. But, and we're working with about 12 inches. So I could do his name and number on a loop chain, but I don't know if I'd still have enough room for braid. But I could do a loop chain that's like pretty and blingy, that's not for a name or anything, and then glue one of the custom cutouts somewhere on that. So I gotta think about that. Y'all can give your opinions. I will take them. Doesn't mean that I'll use them, but set that right up there so don't get damaged. Throat is dry. Sinuses are in force again, and allergies again. I thought I was over it. If you guys missed it earlier, I put in the Facebook group that Amethyst started in the chat, but you'll have to scroll up. It's going to be earlier in the chat. Let's see. Are the cutouts big? I haven't made them yet, but I don't plan on them being very big. No. Since it's a small mini mum. So again, we did an SF, and that will probably go on the flower. So, you know, I can't make it ginormous, but it's like an SF that are kind of combined together, and it's going to be double layer. So it'll be at least 4 inches. I can go bigger on the wolf since it's going on the, you know, the bottom of the mum, but I wouldn't want to go like ginormous. But yeah, I just designed them, and then I'll size them when I'm ready to cut them out. Jelly Lollies. I like that name, Lollies. Well, that my sister-in-law, she that was her nickname for her granddaughters, Lolly. So that just reminds me of that. Any big tricks? Gosh, that is another learning experience, Alice. I do have some videos. I have been making some videos, like designing them and putting them together. I'm sure you've seen some of those. Let me think. I would be very careful about cutting out anything that has a very thin outline or anything like that in the details, especially an outline. Like if you did, let's say, for example, this SF. I wish I knew how to bring that up on the screen. Like their logo, they have an SF logo, and you know it's a solid SF that's like, well, it's like 2 letters that are like combined, and then it's outlined in a very thin outline. There's no way you could cut that out, because when you tried to take that off the mat, it would just be all misshapen and messed up. So I had to design the SF myself. And then, you know, when you do like a wolf or something, a lot of times there'll be like thin areas on that design. So you have to be very, very careful when you're taking it off the mat, when you're dealing with little pieces like that, little delicate cuts. And your blade needs to be really good if you're going to be cutting things like that out too. So I would play around with it. And, you know, the chunkier designs and letters and stuff are going to be much easier for you. But it's really just a learning experience like everything else. Thank you, Annabella. Yeah, victory braid. I was really like picturing a victory braid all blinged out, not like gaudy, but, you know, with some blingy ribbons and maybe some like bling glue to it, some rhinestones or the diamond mesh. Yes, you definitely want to use glitter cardstock for the cutouts. I've seen people do vinyl on like foil cardstock if you want to go that direction, but I like the glitter on glitter on glitter, or the foil with glitter, anything like that. I have been using like the foils more on the guys' mums because, you know, it's not as glittery and stuff. if I have those colors. And it's easier for you. Glitter HTV. Oh, you do glitter HTV on cardstock. Okay, I got you. Yeah, it's easier for you to apply. See, I do the glitter cardstock and cut those out. I have not tried, and then but I have done like the print to cut on print paper, like a photo paper, I mean, for the really, the logos that have a lot going on. I've done the print to cut, and that's a whole nother experience too. Like you have to do everything just right to get it to work. But I had some logos that were that had a lot going on. There's no way I could have made a custom cutout out of them without doing a print to cut, and those turned out pretty neat too. So yeah, just I would play around with them, make some, and see what you like. If you like that, if you want to do glitter HTV on top of cardstock or the removable vinyl, some people do that. Like I said, I use glitter cardstock and foil cardstock the most, and then glue them. But it's to each their own. Whatever works for you and you like, that's what you should do. And I plan on doing more and more videos. So hopefully I'll remember and do some videos of these when I do cut these out. Like I said, I've already designed them, so I can't do that. But oh, thank you. You're very welcome. I don't know if I made a playlist of just cutouts. I need to if I have not. Yeah, that's something I need to do when I get off here if I haven't done that yet. Because I try to categorize all my playlists since I have so many videos. I think I have over 900 videos or something. So I can't ask somebody to go search through 900 videos to find one video. So at least I categorize them, by that. And then also by year, I've got Homecoming Tutorials 2023, Homecoming Tutorials 2022. So if you just want to see the recent ones, or that there was one last year that you want to see. So I've got all these categories for my playlist. But if I have not made one for custom cutouts, I will do that. Because I am getting more and more of those. And I just did one for my members, for my, I think it was for the top 2 layers member, or maybe it was just VIP members. I can't remember. But it was a couple of designs that I did. So it was a video tutorial on how I designed a couple of different custom cutouts. Yes, I know. I like lives. I like watching lives and being part of them. Oh, yeah. The silver and white. You know what I did on one of my custom cutouts last year on the silver and white one? And I wasn't sure if it was going to go over well, because you know how they can be about it being just silver and white. Well, one thing is, I think it's Hobby Lobby. They have a pewter color in the glitter cardstock. So it's a darker silver. So it, because when you put the white and silver together, a lot of times you can't even see what's going on, especially from a distance. It just looks like a blob. So I do have some of that pewter, and I did use that on one of the senior mums, and it popped against the white a lot more since it was a little bit darker silver. And then on one of the silver mums, it was one of the designs where I put the senior and then the year for the eye. And those are really hard to read, silver with white. So I think I did silver, and then I outlined it in black. So I did 3 layers, silver, black, white, but the black was just barely offset from the top layer. Just the smallest amount of offset. And it was like, it just made that pop. But you were like, if you looked at it, you're like, you couldn't really tell. It's like it was just shadowed. Like you couldn't see like this big pop of black. So it was just very delicate offset off that silver, but it really made it pop. I wish I could find that. know if I can search through my pictures real quick and show you what I'm talking about, if I can find it. If I even have a close-up of that custom cutout. But I really, really like that. And I was worried because, you know, they can be very particular about those silver and white mums. But they didn't say anything about not liking that. Let's see. Okay, here's a custom cutout I did with the pewter and white. I keep forgetting. It kind of looks black on the screen, but it's pewter, so it definitely darker. So it gave a more, you know, more pop. And that's 4 layers. That's 2 layers of silver and 2 layers of white, if you can't tell. And I did a few silver and white mums last year, so I'm trying to find the right one. I think it's this one. And I don't have a good picture of that. I don't have a good picture of the custom cutout I did. Dang it. I hate that. But I hate taking pictures of every single thing I do, too. Because I don't have room for it. Okay, I'm going to enlarge this and see if you guys can see it. Senior 2023. You see how it's just barely offset in black, but you see how it made it pop? Now see, can you even tell that there's some black, but you can make out the senior so much better. But then their names are in white and silver. That light. They had a lot of custom cutouts on theirs. You can just barely tell. Thanks. Glitter cardstock or the foil cardstock. Thanks for joining us, Irene. Yeah, I don't cut out foil. I don't even have like the thick blade to cut out foam. But before I had my machine, was it before I had my machine? You know, on my daughter's mom, where I spelled out her name, it was really early on, I think, when I had my scan and cut. I did her name, but then I did foam in the background and I hand cut it out, and that looked really neat. But yeah, I'm not gonna do that. That was a lot of work. But I prefer the cardstock, the glitter or the foil cardstock. Any of the glittery, all my cardstocks are over there. So any that are like glittery, but don't go with the chunky glitter. Do not use the chunky glitter because it'll get all in your machine. It gets all in your blade and it will mess it up. It will mess up the mats. It gets all over the mats and it's horrible. So do not use the chunky glitter, please. I learned that the hard way. Thank you, Annabella. Yes. I thought it popped too. The pewter, you know, I was like, I may use some more of that pewter because it's just a little bit darker. And so it just pops against the white so much better than the regular silver, than the light silvers. And like I said, nobody complained about the black outline on that one, and then nobody complained about the darker silver. I just think it just looks so much better. Thank you. And you know, that mom was like a last minute mom. I had made several mums for her, and homecoming snuck up on them. and it was senior, and like I said, I'd already made them several mums, and she really, really wanted me to make the senior mum. And I was like, if she had not been a long-term Etsy customer, like every year that I sold on Etsy, I would have said no, but I said yes because of that. And she did pay for the short notice and everything, the rush order and everything. But yeah, I threw that together really quickly. And I went a little bit thinner on it for that reason too. I don't know if you could tell, but it wasn't as wide. It had a bigger flower on it. And then I didn't go like crazy wide with it because, you know, of time constraints, but it turned out really, really well. I was really proud of it. Like Connie says, she works better under pressure. Sometimes when you're under pressure with some of those orders, you end up coming out with something really great. Yeah, I'm almost positive it was Hobby Lobby that I got the pewter at, but you know, they're always changing things and can't always get the same colors. Hopefully they have it. That's something else I need to do is go through my card stocks and see what I need. Make sure I don't need any colors. No, they don't do it in every. I mean, they do homecoming football games, you know, college and high school, but not everybody does moms. It's a Texas thing, but they also do it in some areas of Oklahoma, some areas in Arkansas, Louisiana. I've made some for California. I've made some for New York. Let me think. I'm trying to remember where else. There's Florida. I think Arizona. Maybe New Mexico too. I know I sent one to like Mississippi or something like that. I can't even remember now. There's all over. I've sent them all over. I think it was Washington or Oregon. I've sent some. And a couple of them, I've done a couple of college ones. And mostly high school though. But I think it's catching on more and more places. It's a fun tradition. Yeah, I mean the moms make it fun. It's always a big. It's a home game. The football game is always a home game, and then you know just tons of people there, and you see people with moms on. That just makes it even better. Some places like this school, you know, they have traditions. I've noticed a lot of the Oklahoma schools have traditions where it's just for seniors, or it's just for seniors that are like the cheerleaders. Like it wasn't last season, the season before, I made 3 for 3 cheerleaders that were all seniors at an Oklahoma school. So it must have been like a senior thing. And then for them, and I've also heard, you know, like that, some of them, they only, if they're in the homecoming court, that they only get one for that. Yes, exactly right, Michelle. It's huge in South Texas. Yes, I think it is bigger in South Texas than it is up here. Because we have a lot of kids up here that really don't care. And I know there's more of a tradition, you know, in Houston area and other places like that, that the senior, you know, it's gold and white, or it's silver and white, or, you know, a single for if you're a freshman, and what is it, like it keeps going up, in like a quad, what if you're a senior or something like that. I don't even know, because that's not traditions around here, and I just do what somebody orders from me, I make what they want. But I do get, sometimes I'll get people that will ask me, my child's a freshman, what size am I supposed to order? Whatever size you want. Because that's just not a thing up here. It's whatever they want, or if they even want to wear one. So it's May, and I'm working on a homecoming mom. That's not too crazy, is it? I remember doing one early last year, too, in the spring. Or right at the end of school. Which is fine with me. Many people want to order early. It's fine with me. I bet you do find us fascinating. A lot of our quirks and traditions. It's 50-50. Okay. Oh, really? See, it's so funny that different areas of Texas, but Texas is like its own country. It really is. I joke when we, the last time we drove up to Northwest Arkansas, we always drive through Oklahoma, but you go over is it Red River? Anyway, you go over a river, and when you get to the river, you're still in Texas, but when you cross the river, you're in Oklahoma. So you get a welcome sign on each end, or you get one that says you're leaving Texas, and then you get one at the other end of the bridge that says welcome to Oklahoma or whatever. And I was on the phone with my husband. This has been a few years ago. I was on the phone with my husband. I was like, I just crossed the border. I made it safely. It's just weird the way on one end of the bridge you're in one state and the other end you're at the other, and they make it look like a big deal. I was like, I made it across the border. And the same when we were coming back, I was like, I had to joke, we're crossing the border. Oh, it's different for all schools. It's during football season, and different schools have a different date, anywhere in August and even in the beginning of November. So that time of year is always like super busy for mum makers. Luckily, they're not all on the same date. Yes. But like I said, we make them, people order them for baby showers, wedding showers, for birthdays. I've even made a Christmas themed one before. I made a Valentine's themed one before. I made one for somebody that was in theater. You guys remember the Grease Mom I made a couple of years ago? And that was for somebody in theater, and a lady ordered it because she was the starring role, one of the starring roles, and she ordered it for the girl. So, I mean, you get like fun orders like that all the time. August and November, yep. That was a super busy time for us. Stressful, but fun. Stressful and fun all at the same time, definitely. Connie is never going to believe that I was live streaming at 10 o'clock at night. I hope they had a good graduation. I'm playing around. I still don't know how to do everything on StreamYard. It's just a learning experience, and if somebody tells me I can do something. What is a media slut? Oops, sorry. Oh, a rugby league. I bet that is intense. Exactly. It starts out fun, and then you're like, why am I doing this again? What was I thinking? I've seen people not post, but when they're doing a live stream on StreamYard where they can bring up like a picture or something, and I don't know how they do it. I have no idea. Do you? Sounds fun, but intense. A question mark. What is your recommendation for wrist? Let's see. For the wrist mums, I usually do, I want to say I do like 8 to 10 inches for the length of ribbons. But if they're 1 year old, I mean, you want them long enough to where they're not. I mean, unless you're, if you make them short, they're just going to stick out. But if you're okay with that, you can make them short. You could make them as small as let me get a ring one. I think I go about 5 inches on the ring mums. Yeah. So this is a 2-inch flower. Well, there's no flower on it, but it would be a 2-inch flower, 2-inch backer. So just try to imagine that on a 1-year-old. That would probably work. They're still kind of sticking out a little bit, but you could go 6 inches. You don't want them real super long, but that would probably be pretty good for a little one. Because I like them to drape down. But if you make them too short, they just, they're just going to stick out like that. But whatever you're comfortable with. And you don't have to have streamers. You could just do a wrist mum that's just a flower, unless you're wanting, to put their name and stuff on there. We get into it too. If we go and watch any kind of sports in person, we really get into it too. I don't understand people that just sit there and look bored. Of course, I don't always know the rules of things either, so sometimes I don't know what's going on. But when I do, I get into it. So yeah, that would be, I think, perfect for a little one. A ribbon puff bow. I don't know what a puff bow is. But like on these, there's no flower. I just use a little tinsel in the background. But sometimes I'll make like a tulle puff. But you could use you make like a bow. And I've had I know I made a peewee garter a couple of years ago. Somebody didn't want a flower on it, so I did a custom cutout in the center. I think there was tinsel under that, and then like twisted loops or something. I can't remember. I think so too. It's not, the width of, and I have a lot of ring mom tutorials. If you're new to, I don't know if you're new to my channel or not. I recognize your name, so I don't think you are. Let's see. So this is about 3.5 inches wide. So, and you could make it even a little bit smaller than that if you wanted to, but I think that's a decent size. Of course, you would want to go this way with the elastic, not this way, because of that, and go bigger. And then at the very bottom, it's not even 5 inches wide at the bottom where they fan out the most. So that would probably be a really good size for a 1-year-old. Oh, I bet. Is that something you guys did together? Oh yeah, you could do that. I've seen that before. I haven't done it, but I have seen that. You can do anything you want with a mum. Yeah, see, that's like football stuff. I don't know all the rules. It doesn't all make sense to me. Yeah. Yeah, you could do that. Definitely. I do plan on making some more mums, pre-made mums for my shop. Definitely a senior silver and white, silver and gold. I did a silver and gold last year, and then the person that bought it was actually from Arkansas, southern Arkansas, and she wanted black added to it. So I know I did a video on, maybe 2 videos of stuff that I did on that mum, and on my, for VIP members, I mean, is what I'm trying to say. And but I made, like, they ordered like a HTV glitter ribbon that said like Daddy's Girl on it. It was like a gold glitter ribbon, and then in black HTV vinyl, I ironed or heat pressed Daddy's Girl on it, because she said she had lost her dad when she was a kid, so every mum she got, she would always get that ribbon put on there. So I just glued that coming out of the flower, and then I added black here and there, added black vinyl and stuff like that, and so it just had pops of black. It looked really good. But I had several people message me, do you have one of these in silver and white? And I was like, of course. I made one in gold and white, and of course everybody wants a silver and white one. So I think I'm going to make a silver and white and a gold and white one, and hopefully I won't be stuck with them. I probably won't put the year on it, because if you put the year on it, then it won't sell. If I don't put the year on it, then somebody will want the year. But I'm thinking like longer and not as wide. I would hate to have to store them, but you just never know what somebody's going to want. But I like to have a few options of pre-made. I can't have every option for everybody, but there's just always those last minute people. Oh, that sounds awesome. I read somewhere that the more masculine, says some garters don't have. Oh, okay. I have not seen that. Could be. If they don't want a flower. Like I said, that one I did, it was just like a football custom cutout, but I did put some tinsel behind it just to make sure everything was covered up, and adds a little sparkle to it. Adds a little, not glitter, but just some shine. Oh. Like I said, you can make them however you want, or however that, if you're making them for people, if you're selling them, what they want. Go ahead and do that. It doesn't have to be a certain way. Experiment and play around with them. Don't be afraid to be creative with your mums. If somebody wants a real classic mum, I think they'll tell you. Yes, it is. It's time to start making those braids. I know. Isn't that crazy? Because, when we were kids, it was like thinking of Australia was just, well, it was basically a world away. I mean, you just, yeah. Unless you could afford to get on a plane and fly that many hours and take a vacation. No, I know, it's crazy. All these people from Canada that I talk to on the YouTube channels, and Annabella is definitely the furthest one away in Australia. But it's crazy. It's fun though. All these people you'd never meet. Look at me, I've been going an hour and 45 minutes and I actually did some tutorials. One tutorial. I crafted tonight. Seems like forever since I crafted. And I'll probably never get to go to Australia either. And that's one place we would, we would really love to go see too. I'd love to go to South Carolina too. Oh, thanks, Annabella. I love all y'all, chatting with all y'all. It's relaxing and does you good. Yes, I get that block a lot. Especially when if I'm not feeling well, I'm not creative and I don't get motivated to be creative. Or sometimes I get like a little, I think I want to craft. Then I come in here and there's a big mess and maybe I start cleaning it up and then I don't feel so creative anymore. You have too much orange, oh no. That's way more creative in the kitchen than I am. I mean, you've seen my videos. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry you've been so stressed. Yeah, it's good to do stuff like that if it's, getting on here or cooking or making stuff like that. If that is good for you, then you need to do that. Well, then you need to write again. Oh, that's so awesome, Alice. Then that's what you should be doing. You should be cooking if that's good for you. Like, crafting is definitely something that's good for me. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm not feeling so creative anymore. And I like to come in and I just want to start crafting. I don't want to prep anything. I don't want to have to go through all this cutting or, like stuff like that. It's like I want everything to be here and ready for me to go. If that makes sense. Like, like I did a wreath a while back and it was because I was emotional and I needed to craft and I was like, okay, I don't want to cut mesh. I just want to start decorating. I just want to start being creative. I don't want to go through the routine of attaching mesh. I hate that. I hate attaching mesh, cutting and attaching it. I want to decorate it. I guess that's what I love so much about mums. Like even, the ribbon streamers are, are part of building the mum and not something that's necessarily creative part, but like with the mini mums and stuff, I layer them differently and put them in different ways so they all look different. So I can be creative with the ribbon streamers. And so I feel like every part of the mum you can be creative with. And that's probably one of the reasons why I love making them so much. Yes, I want the real one. Girl, you are the stuff you make is stuff I wouldn't even imagine making. Like I couldn't even think of gingerbread marshmallows. So I think that's neat, but yeah, that's way too much trouble for me. That sounds really cool though. I love that you're doing that. It's just too much work for me. Yeah, I like gingerbread too. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, me and my daughter used to make gingerbread cookies every year for Christmas, and I always enjoyed those. Oh, okay. I've never made those. That's good, Annabella. Yeah. It's keto marshmallows, so sugar-free marshmallows, but flavored. I don't know if I'll ever do something like that, but that sounds good. I used to love to drink hot cocoa too. Marshmallows. Oh, really? That's awesome. Girl, see, I know they have all these recipes, but I'll get on there and look, and it'll have like 10 ingredients, and I'm like, nope, I'm out. Like half a day's work. Nope, I'm out. Want to be assistant. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's so true. That is so true. Yes, me too. I used to drink hot chocolate all the time. Probably one of my problems. Try the one roll wreath if you don't want to cut the mesh. You just put it into it at a time. Just Google one roll wreath. Okay, I'll do that. Actually, I'll do that right now. Let's see what she's talking about. One roll wreath. Oop, spell it right. One roll wonder, maybe? One roll mesh wreath. Okay, I don't want to pull it up or it'll start playing and be loud, but yeah, I knew what you were saying. Let's see. Really? Wow. Yeah, this is too much work for me. Oh, girl. You've heard me. I've been floundering with my words all night long. Is it? That sounds yummy. Yeah, we got what you were saying. If you guys can understand me and my words, I think we're okay with Alice's. All right, that's getting on my nerves. I can't fix it. So while we still have some people here, let me know if there's anything that you guys are wanting to see before homecoming season starts. So I can maybe work on. I still need to finish the military braid tutorial. Like I said, I'm doing a video that's going to have a tutorial for single, double, and triple military braid, and they're all going to be doubled ribbons. So I still have to film the triple again. I know I already did one, but it was with single ribbons and with all different colors. So I want to do one that I can actually use. And I already filmed the single and the double. So it's going to be a video showing all three. I noticed that people like the videos that show multiple braids on it. So I'm trying to do more videos of that. And then, I need to update a lot of those older videos with the tutorials, braid tutorials. And one thing I noticed that, I have a lot of military braid tutorials, but I don't have just a regular single using acetate or luster ribbons. I have one where I'm using 4 different ribbons. So I'm getting, I know it was orange, black, and white. So I'm using like 2 oranges and a black and a white ribbon. And so showing you the different looks you can get with that. And then I know I've done some with layered. It's a regular single, but it's with layered ribbons, 2 different sizes of ribbons. And then I've done a regular single, but with like grosgrain ribbons, and maybe one with soft satin too. So I'm like, I haven't done just a regular 2-tone single military braid. So I'm going to do a single, double, and then I wanted to redo the double because I know how to start it better now, where it's a lot easier. And the videos that I did before, it was like really hard to start. So it's also an update, and then plus you'll get all 3 in one. And I think that'll do pretty good. Let's see. For the mist and the... Yes, you are. Oh, that whip braid. Now, see, me and Connie and TJ were supposed to do... We've been talking about doing a whip braid tutorial. And putting them out at the same time, because we all start them differently. Layering vinyl on acrylic tags shapes. Let's see. I've done some... Have I done a tutorial on that? I know I've shown some... It seems like I have done was it a video or a live where I was working on acrylic tags? Because I've made several. I've made some. I made them first time last season, and they were really popular. So I've made some more this season. I thought I worked on them like during a live or something. But I can definitely do some more videos on that, because just doing one. And I do want to make some more, because Connie sent me a bunch of different shaped acrylic tags. So I want to definitely do some more. But thank you, Michelle. I will try to remember that. I was going to say, somewhere I've got to have a notebook where I can write this stuff down. Oh, how neat. I bet that was. I can't have potatoes anymore. Do you use permanent vinyl on acetate ribbons or HTV? I use permanent vinyl. It seems like I've tried to heat press on the luster or the acetates, and it does kind of mess them up. It does like discolor them or something. I can't remember for sure, but yeah, permanent vinyl on the acetate ribbons, definitely. Oh, the Mobius. Okay. Did you watch Connie's video? I know she made it during a live the first time, and then she did I think she did a tutorial on it, or was it a live? And that's when I made one last season after she showed it in the live. But then I have made a whole bunch this season after she showed how to make them. And the Mobius, I found it, like, I made a whole bunch of them. And for me, that works really well when you start a new braid, whether it's a new braid or new to you. like make a whole bunch of them, because then you really get down the movements and everything. But if you know how to make a military braid, you just wrap that ribbon around the back and then push it up through the loop. So you always wrap around the back. And I haven't made any since I made a whole bunch of them. So I'll be a little rusty too. But maybe me and Connie can work on those during a live or something. We need to get together and start doing some more lives together. And TJ, if we could get her on too, that would be great. I'm sorry. Hello, Shauna. Uh-oh, she's got to go to work soon. I worked on the top part of a mum, homecoming mum. Did the mum head is what we call it. This is the flower that's going to go in it. So I still have to do the bottom and the braid and stickers and all that good stuff. But she ordered it early, so I have plenty of time to really take my time and work on it. Oh, Connie just sent me graduation pictures, you guys. Oh, and he has his lei that TJ made. Oh, that's so awesome. I'm going to cry. It looks like she was crying. She got to give him his diploma too. That is so awesome. There's Connie. I was looking at the pictures, so I wasn't watching the chat. Let's see. Okay, way up here. Hey, Miss Snap. That's right. She is Miss Snap. Okay, well, we'll try to work on those again. Maybe we can do it during a live. I am still on. Can you believe it? 10:30 at night. Okay, Connie, I'm writing down notes on what people want to see. And Miss Irene needs help with the Mobius braid. So maybe when we can do a live together, we can both work on that. Does that sound good? Thank you, Shauna. Yes, she's a mama of a graduate. Her baby graduated tonight, you guys. Hey, Diana. Glitter used to be on my satin acetate ribbon. I use a flat iron hair straightener and parchment paper to protect the ribbon. Awesome. I know I tried, maybe I tried Teflon paper. I don't know, but I know it like discolored it, but I used my heat press. I think I used my big hot heat press too. My flat iron is broken. Last time I got it out when I wanted to use it, I was like, no, because it was an expensive one too. But that's smart, Amanda. Okay, yeah, they're done. He was so proud of that lei. I know. I bet. Yeah, I knew what you were trying to say. I bet he was. I bet everybody was like, that is awesome. I want one. I actually worked on a mum, Connie. Oh, that was bad, Shauna. I've had some messes like that too. Yeah. Ooh, mini press. Yeah, I don't know if I tried it with the Cricut heat press or not. It may do better. But Amanda says it works, so don't be afraid to try it. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? You mess it up and you have to start over. No one else had one? Oh, that's awesome. He was the only one. I love it. And it was awesome. Yes, definitely. I know. I was like, I'm going to go live. I wonder what Connie's doing. Then I look at the date. I'm like, it's Friday. Is it graduation night? It was awesome. That was really something else. Ooh, awesome. Have fun with that. Hope they turn out good. So, and Connie, we need to all do a whip braid tutorial too sometime. The three of us. We all need to do one. Or what you call the snake chain or whatever did you call it? The whip braid. Because we all start it differently. And so, it's hard for everyone to do that one. And if we can all teach a different way to make it, then I think that would be awesome. And put them out like one right after another or something. I don't know. We can combine them somehow. Snake, yeah. He is a trendsetter. I always get tickled and you're like, snake, that's snake. Yes, the diamond bat. Because it does have that diamond design. Oh, how awesome. Oh, no. Yeah, I hate the back problems. Is it? Yeah, I don't know what I'd make the marshmallows for. I feel like they'd probably go to waste if I made them. I understand. I've got a lot of stuff I want to work on. But yes, I understand that. No, my mom actually did not make this one. She makes everything else, but not that. TJ should have given you a whole bunch of cards so you could just be like passing them out. This is who made it. Did you guys post it on Facebook? A picture of it? It was awesome. Those pictures you just sent to were so good. Were you crying when you handed him the diploma? It looks like you're crying. You're kind of covering up your face. Okay. Well, maybe not. Maybe you're just smiling. No. A pole braid. Pole braid. That's awesome, Connie. It was just like, it was probably like so busy and stuff. Like you were so busy you didn't get to really think about the emotional part, maybe. Or maybe you've cried it all out. Then again, you still having the graduation party, so you may be bawling at it. Pole braid. That's hilarious. I'm sorry. I'm picturing like a tiny dancer around that pole. Oh, it's bittersweet, huh? You're glad, but you're gonna miss it too. You could always make them and sell them. I know. See, so now you need to attach like a little teddy bear on the whip braid. Because if you're gonna have a pole, you gotta have a pole dancer. Isn't that funny that our minds go right there? Now, it would be bad if you like attached a Barbie to it. I'm just saying. Keep it clean with a teddy bear or something. Yeah, I know. A lot of that stuff you don't. People just don't understand how much time goes into making some of that stuff. And they don't even want to pay you like what you've got in it, like product wise, let alone for your work. Oh gosh. I think that one's going to stick with me. Didn't they used to make like little stuffed animals or something, like the little ones, and you'd squeeze them and their arms would open up? Like I'm picturing one of those like clamped to the whip braid. Oh, Elf on the Shelf, Mom. Look at you. That would be so cute. It's funny, isn't it? Oh gosh, pole, Mom. I mean, it's straight and it could be a pole, but my mind had to go there. You love that idea. Oh gosh. It is 10:40 at night. It is way past my bedtime, y'all. Look at me at 2 hours and 13 minutes. Now I'm picturing, oh gosh. I need to make a red and white braid and get out our Elf on the Shelf and put it on there. Oh gosh. Look what you started, Amanda. Oh gosh. That would be so funny. I wonder if she would even get it if you put a little teddy bear on it or something. It's wrapped around the pole. You got the barbershop. You're here for it. Oh gosh. Yeah, it is past my bedtime. Not that I actually am usually asleep at this time. It's just I'm usually chilled out reading or something. A polar bear. I thought I was the only one that got goofy at night when it gets late. A polar bear. Girl, where do you come up with that stuff? That's funny. That's driving me crazy. A polar bear. You're hilarious. Oh, I have a little bear that I never finished blinging up. There you go. There's your bear for your little bowl. We'll glue that to the side. Yeah, if you ever made like a bridal mum, that would be an idea. There you go. Oh girl, it's really late there. I keep getting woken up by the dogs or something like in the middle of the night, so I've not been sleeping good. Anyway, last night was like 2:30. The night before that, 4 a.m. It's just, at least I haven't had to take anyone anywhere early, so I'm able to go back to bed. But still, gosh, Did you scarf down to dinner real quick? Anything goes after 10 p.m., that's right. That's how much I got done. What is it? Your mind is really going out there now, huh? Oh gosh. That was one of those things that company sent me, but I could not do this one because the glue they sent me was so bad. Here's the other one that I haven't even done. The fumes on that glue were so bad. I feel like I need to keep showing it, Amethyst, because you like it so much. You did you scarf something down real quick? Poor thing. You probably didn't eat all day either. You're right, I did show it. Getting an after hours crafting going on here. Yikes. Oh, see, I knew it. You were too busy, too much going on. Tried to scarf something down real quick when you get home. Drink any water today? Were you running on coffee and Coke? Coca-Cola. Maybe I should have said caffeine. Dr. Pepper. What? Gotta love a pepper, don't you? Dr. Pepper. Have you heard about that was it strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper? Dark roast. I believe it. Oh. That's right, you're a Dr. Pepper girl. And obviously a Lay's potato chip girl. I'm just kidding. You're trying. She should be. Oh my gosh. It's like count the Dr. Peppers when you're watching a live stream with Connie. Yeah, I knew that's what that was. But I was like, she got a big old box of Lay's. She must really like that. She should be. Supermarket sweep reruns and yelling at the some of that flying around here. No, she's talking about the Lay's chips. I heard it was, yeah, the zero. I heard it was good. I don't know. I haven't tried it. Sounds unusual, doesn't it? I don't know what supermarket sweep is. That's cracked me up before. I don't think we have Pluto. Pluto's free though, isn't it? Can't remember. My dogs are passed out on the couch. I can't tell. It's a lot of work, girl. Buzzer channel. What does that mean, buzzer channel? Oh, okay. I bet it is. It just sounds so weird, but everybody says it's really good. Oh, okay. Roku. Okay. There's so many streaming channels and oh. I made it this long without yawning. Oh, you can't find it there, really? I used to love Dr. Pepper. Is it not big there in Australia, or you just haven't tried it? Oh, stop it. Zero can be good. Oh, take me off that big screen. Stop it. I'll send you a whole case of Zero, Dr. Pepper Zero. So you just have to look at it. Night, Shauna. Have a good night at work. You didn't like it? I don't think that's good for the chickens. It is. I keep forgetting it's Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, Dr. Pepper was definitely one of my favorites. I don't drink it anymore. Actually, I didn't drink soda for several years because of really bad heartburn. I gave up all carbonated drinks for a long time. Is it, Michelle? See, I keep hearing that. I'm afraid if I try it, that I'll really like it. Yeah, I bet they do. Yeah, there you go. Or maybe you'll get strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper flavored eggs. I'm sorry. Oh, it's one of your pet peeves. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I can see that. Wish everyone a safe weekend. Wow. Yeah. I get it, Connie. Definitely. She's like, please give me some free Dr. Pepper. I mean, as much as you drink it on camera, you're selling it, aren't you? They should be giving you something. It is going on 11 o'clock. I'm sure my camera is going to die at some point. 2.5 hours. I don't know how long that sucker lasts. Good night, Alice. Thanks for being here. Have fun making your braids this summer. Hopefully we'll see you on the next live. And Dr. Pepper containers in my like that. Yeah. There you go. Like there's always Dr. Pepper in the background of her videos or something. Aw. Hey, I had I haven't even looked over there. I had TJ on earlier, and that's not who's on now, I don't think. Oh, yes, it is. I'm watching a 35-minute ad. Actually, it's 35 minutes left of the ad, however long this much has played on one of TJ's videos. She has ads now, guys. Yeah. Well, let that thing play and get her some money. Hopefully we can get her paid the first month she got approved. That would be nice. Getting approved in the middle of the month, though, it's hard to get paid that first month. Yeah, so I am going to get off here, though, before I crash. I'm about to. Connie, did you see what I made? I worked on my mom order. I made a backer. I don't know if you can even tell that's hunter green. Yes, that would be awesome. I don't even know what would be. Oh, Dr. Pepper sponsoring you, I guess. Thank you. Oh, TJ getting paid. Yeah. I don't know how delayed the responses are. Good night, Irene. Thanks for joining. Yes, that would be awesome. She would love it. Yes, that would be. Hopefully, we can get that done for her. Watch enough of those ads. And then all our memberships and stuff, that helps. All right, guys. Good night, Amethyst. Thanks for being here. I'm sorry, there's something flying in front of me. It keeps bugging me. But I hope you guys have a good weekend. It does not feel like Friday to me. Or the end of May. So weird. So screwed up. Now that school's out, I guess, everything feels weird. Yes, good night, everyone. Good night, Amethyst. You guys have a wonderful weekend and a safe Memorial Day weekend if you're traveling. And night, everybody. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you all for being here for my my pop-up live. So I'm going to try to start doing more and start trying to film more, get some more videos out. Good night, everyone. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. I think I said that already, but it's late. Thanks for watching and thanks for being here, you guys. Thanks for chatting. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you don't mind, and like, share, subscribe, tap that bell so you receive notifications. Happy mom making, happy crafting, everyone. I'll throw up some links on the corners so you can click on those videos and the channel to get subscribed. I won't be on YouTube much this weekend. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you got family visiting. I hope you have a good visit with your family. All right, guys. See you on the next one. Thanks for being here. Love y'all. Bye.